everyone, welcome back to Messy and Beautiful. I'm Sarah Jane, thanks for joining me today for another video. I'm going to be sharing my planner lineup for 2022. It's not as huge as it was last year. I have tried to simplify it a little bit. I will go into that. But each one of these planners, I just want to make clear first of all, I'm not in all of these every single day. They live in different places throughout my house. And I like to compartmentalise my life. I've said that a few times in my videos previously. So hopefully you will enjoy this lineup and maybe get a few ideas for the sorts of things you can do with your planners. But I'm going to be showing you them and what I'm using them for, but a lot of them aren't set up yet because I'm still in that process. I am behind. I've been very busy over the Christmas period. And things just haven't worked out in the way that I wanted them to in terms of getting videos up and that sort of thing. But I'm here now and hopefully you are going to enjoy this. So I'm going to just shift all of these to one side because there are a lot of them. And then hopefully we can work our way down. So the first one that you might well have seen in my haul video recently, that was a really big haul video, is my Hobonichi Weeks. So this one is in a like sunny blue and I've got a print pression cover on the front with the Coffee Monsters Co logo. So I'm going to be using it to chuck it in my handbag and have it on the go. I'm also going to be using it for like my food diary / Slimming World sort of health and fitness diary. So I'm going to be using the monthlies. I mean, I've got uses for all of this and I'll take you through it. Perhaps I'll try and film the setup of it. I didn't use December, but I might just go ahead and put in what we did on each day just to fill up that page. But I'm just going to be using this as like a forward planner for this particular calendar. My plan is the weeks pages. So these pages are going to be my food diary and what I've eaten each day and all of that sort of stuff. I've got a few plans for the calendars at the beginning. I'm thinking maybe log my, where are they? I'm not used to a Hobonichi Weeks. I don't know where to find the pages. So this one, I'm thinking I'm going to log my measurements and then do like my step count. And then this, I'm probably going to use to track my cycle. And then in the back, I'm thinking what I'm going to do is put down like my health and fitness goals, maybe some photos. I might put in like family favourite recipes and all this sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to be using that one for. And I will try and film the setup of that as well. The next one is a B6 Stalogy. I have set this one up already. I'm not going to take you through it because I've filmed that separately, with the disclaimer that I lost half the footage. So you'll see me set up the second half, but I'll take you through each of the sections in here. This one is going to be used for like a reference book, kind of commonplace book. I consume a lot of content. I read a lot of books. I am really into like learning and trying to improve my skills. And so this is set up to try and account for that. So I've got somewhere that I can basically go in and make a note. I won't take you through it entirely, but I've got like a washi dashboard page. I've got like my word of the year, which is thrive. I'm hoping that that's going to be kind of my thing for this year. And then just a couple of stickers in the front, and then I've got it sectioned off into each section. I say I've set it up. There's a few bits I've still got left to do, but I will take you through that properly. The only thing I will say about this one is it's an as and when book, so I'm not expecting to fill it this year. I might fill it this year, I don't know. And I won this in a giveaway from the Grumpy Tortoise with her gorgeous pencil board. And the cover, and it's just been sitting on my shelf, so I thought it was a good way to get me to use that. So the next one is a Simply Gilded B6. I might change out the cover because it's not really the right time of year for these flowers, but when I set this up it was. It's not really set up as such. I just have some stickers in the front here that I use quite often for this. And maybe I'll take you through the first bullet journal in here at some point. I'm not going to do it today because it's quite detailed. So I had tons and tons of these B6 notebooks and I wasn't using them and I wasn't using the covers, and I thought I've got to start using the things I have that are sitting on a shelf. So I've set this up as kind of a wellness, like next to my bed sort of journal, if you like. So the first one, I am calling it my Working on My Worth journal, and it's all about like tasks and things I can do to improve how I feel about myself. It's not actually written in yet. I've been setting it up since June and I still haven't finished. But once it's completely set up, then I'll take you through that and just do a walkthrough maybe. The next one is my journal. So on an evening, I'll just do like journaling thoughts and that sort of thing. The one after I was using as like a morning pages, but I wasn't really doing morning pages. So then it kind of turned into like a holiday journal. So I would journal when I was on holiday in this one rather than in this one, just to write about what we've been doing that day and kind of memory keep. So once this is full, I think, so this one's nearly full now. So I think what I'm going to do is take this one out and put in a new B6 notebook. And then I'm going to use it for my tarot readings, because I had a whole happy planner for tarot readings, but I just don't do it that often. I like to try and do it every day, but it just doesn't happen. So I think I'm going to try and, you know, journal about my thoughts about that in here, just as and when I get the time to do that. And then the last one I've been using as like my manifestation journal. So that's just the front page for 2021. This is now nearly full. I've only got maybe 3 pages in the back there. Again, I'm not really going to show you. So I've been using this one as like my manifestation journal. So I think I'm going to continue to use it like that. So there's going to be self-care and self-worth, my journal, my tarot readings and my manifestation. And again, I don't do these things every day. I don't say I have to journal every day, but it just sits next to my bed, and then when I feel like doing it, I can pick it up. So the layout of this will probably change, but it's going to be a B6 with the B6 notebooks from Simply Gilded for now until I run out. The next one is my Hobonichi cousin. You might have seen this. This is the Avec, so it's only 6 months. I've got the other book, but it's not in here. I don't need to carry around both. This probably won't leave the house. This is going to be my memory keeping journal, so I'm going to use mostly the monthly spreads as like highlights, and then the weekly spreads as a memory keeping. This is what we've done. And then the day on a page, I'm just going to use for fun. So when I feel like sticking down some stickers or doing a bit of journaling or trying out some watercolours or whatever artsy craftsy, I'm just going to put it on here. And if I do it on the right day, then fine. If I don't, then that doesn't matter. If I want to do 2 or 3 pages, I can go back and fill the space. Like, I'm not putting pressure on myself to use this every single day either. It's just kind of a as and when, but my memory keeping I would like to keep up with, and it's in one of the Hobonichi covers, and I've got a cover on the front as well. And I haven't decorated this or set this up yet either. I don't know if I'm going to film that one, but maybe I will. So that's my memory keeping. So the next one is an ErinCondren monthly. This is an old planner. This is a 2019 to 2020. I started using it for content planning, as you can probably tell by the title page, in around June of that year. So I was using it to like plan out what my videos were going to be and like making some notes, but I didn't use it very much. And I just found that after maybe 3 months, I think, I stopped using it. So by September, I stopped using it, and then tried again in October, and then just stopped using it altogether. But I got on really, really well with the ErinCondren monthly in my work planner this year. So what I'm going to try and do is uncoil this and put in some pages from an ErinCondren notebook in the pages that I've used, and take out the used pages and put in some blank pages and repurpose it for work, because otherwise it's another planner sat on my shelf that hasn't been used, and it would cost me like 60 quid for a new one. I decided I didn't want to buy a new one this year, and with the other things, you know, with the Stalogy that's been sat there for a while and the B6 that's been sat there for a while, plus the amount of money I spent on planners, I was like, I'm just going to repurpose what I have. So this one is going to be for my works planner. I will try and recoil it on my channel so you can see my attempt at doing it. It will probably be quite a laugh because I'm bound to muck it up. But then once it's coiled, you won't see it again, because it's going to be one that lives with me in my day job, which I can't share any information about. So the next 2, I'm going to say 2 because it's kind of one planner, but it doesn't fit into 2 planners. So this is for my HB90 goal setting work. I follow the HB90 goal setting program that I've spoken about a couple of times. And it's Sarah Cannon on Heart Breathings, is her channel. And I took the course maybe, I don't know, 18 months ago, and I've been sticking with it ever since, and I used it ever since. I've kind of adapted it to my own style, but it really works for me. So the first one, this one is set up. it's the like goal setting pages. So if you do the course, I maybe do a full flip through of these at some point, but if you do the course, you get a like picture your ideal life workbook to do beforehand, which is like your homework, and then you get the planner. So it's a 3-month planner. The back of it's not used yet, obviously, and I am going to be using this for the goal setting work. Now I'm using the calendars to plan things out, I'm using the weeklies to plan things out, but this is very much going to be a rough and ready planner. So yes, whilst it's pretty, it's a lot of writing in there. You might remember that I used the big happy planner with the discs for this last year. This is last year's one. Very, very well written in, lots of stuff in here. But I fancied a bit of a change because I've been using this for about 2 years now, so I wanted to try something else. I also put this in reserve in case my budget planner didn't work out, but it did, so I will talk to you about that when I get to it. So that's like the goal setting pages. It was intended to go in the back of this one, which again I'll probably do a full flip through of, but I couldn't fit it all on the rings, so I separated them out into the goal setting side of things and the actual prep work, and then this is the implementation day to day. So it's an A5 Kiki K rings, the other one's Kiki K as well, both bought on destashes, did not buy these brand new, and in here I've got 6 months of like the A5 daily duo inserts, and I've been using this for 6 months and it works for me, so again sticking with it. Plus the other thing I like about the A5 rings is that I can take the inserts out and just reuse them over and over again. So that's like the daily implementation of the HB90 plan, which I'm going to set up in this one. Like I say, only in 2 because it didn't fit in 1. I'm running out of places to put things already. Too many planners, not enough space. So you might remember that I love a happy planner, and I had a bit of a trouble this year in choosing one I liked with colourful inserts, or not, basically not neutral, or not floral, because they were all neutral, they were all floral. All the covers I liked and the inserts I liked were a dashboard layout, which is not going to work for me. I like my classic vertical, I'm sticking with my classic vertical. So what I did, if you saw my haul, was buy a notebook from the Happy Planner. It's only got note paper inside and some discs because I wanted the cover, and I'm going to make myself a proper, and I mean proper Frankenplanner. Now, people call it a Frankenplanner when you put like 2 or 3 planners together, but what I'm actually going to do is properly Frankenstein it, and I've got a 6-month extension pack just in case it all goes wrong. But again, with the interest of recycling the things that I've already got, I have got a folder full of unused inserts. So I really like this planner as well. I bought this same planner twice, I liked it that much, which is why I've got so many left over. But these are all just like vertical inserts that I haven't used from, I think this is a 2019, 2020 planner. It's the Planner Babe one. But I'm missing a few months. So I'm going to try and redate this and basically put a planner together. So based on the inserts and the dividers that I already have in my stash, again in the interest of using things up. So it is going to properly be a Frankenplanner with this, maybe some of that extension pack and the discs. And it's going to be my catch-all planner, which is my every week, all my home stuff, all my daughter's stuff, all my family stuff, all in here. Anything to do with our house and fixing up our house, it's all going in here. I'm trying to keep this down to 1 planner because I had far too many last year and I just didn't keep up with them. So I'm going to try and stick it all in 1 planner and properly Frankenplan. And again, hopefully there'll be a video about that soon. I am going to try and set them up over the next day or so that they're ready for the new year. But it might take me maybe into the first week of the new year before I'm actually ready to start using everything. And that's fine, but I'll load up the videos as and when they're ready rather than trying to cram them in all into a week, because I know that's just not going to happen for me. The last one is a budget planner. Now this is a printed planner from the budget by paycheck method from the Budget Mum. I had this since last April maybe, and I had it all printed and I had it bound in like a spiral binding. And because I'd paid for it, I was like, I'm going to use it. I started using it in August. I used it for 2 months and then I stopped using it. So what I did was print out the extra sheets that I needed, pulled out the old ones and put back in the new ones. Now, I don't have like a cinch or anything that can do these holes down the side. So I basically, you can see where I've messed it up in the corner, hopefully. You might be able to see that. I don't know if that's on camera. So like down here, that hole's a bit close to the edge. That's because I did it all manually. So when I uncoiled it, I basically pulled these all apart, pulled the bits off, took this plastic coated sheet, went down each page and drew round the holes, and then went along with a single hole punch and went punch, 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 punch all the way up, went through it and put it all back together. So it is now, these are all the pages I've pulled out. I lie, I've got another stack behind me. So there's a huge stack of pages I've pulled out, things I won't use, things I don't need, or things I have already used. And it is now a almost full budget by paycheck workbook, brand new, all over again. The only thing I did do was take out some of the paycheck trackers because I didn't need 6, I only needed 2. So I've got 2. And then I think I pulled out, like, there was a back sheet here with like the cash envelope things. So I am intending on using, wrong one, my cash envelope system again, and I've got a video on my channel about how I made this. Sorry, it's just falling apart where it's come off of my shelf, with all my cash envelopes, and I am planning on going back to this system because, excuse me, and I am planning on going back to this system because when I was doing it, it was working for me, and I need to start watching my money and watching what I spend. Hence the recycling planners as well is the other reason for that. So that's my budgeting book. Now you might ask about my social media content and my business content because of course I've got my Etsy shop now, Scribbles by Starlight. If you want a discount code, there's one in the description box for you. But that planning, I don't need a separate planner for, because where is it? There it is. My HB90 goals is all around my business and social media. That's why I signed up for this in the first place, was to try and do something else on the side of my day job, which I really don't enjoy, to bring me joy and happiness. And that's the whole premise of this course. And so all of that stuff is going into these dailies, and this goal setting planner. That is what these are for. So that's business and social media. So in summary, I have got an A4 coil bound for my budgeting with cash envelopes, because I probably should have included that. An ErinCondren Frankenplan for work. I have got my 2 A5s for my goal setting / business / social media. I have got what will become a Frankenplanned happy planner, classic vertical layout for my catch-all home everyday stuff. I've got my B6 Traveller's Notebook for like journaling and mental health and well-being. I have got a B6 Stalogy for like a commonplace notebook, a Hobonichi Cousin Avec for memory keeping, and a Hobonichi Weeks for everyday planning, for everyday carry and like health and fitness. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories in total, and they live in different places throughout my house. I will go through to them as I need them. This one's living in my handbag, this one's living in my craft room, this one's living in my craft room, that one's living next to my bed, that one's living downstairs, that one's living at my work desk, that one's living at work, and that one's living probably downstairs as well. And I'll just go through and use them as and when I need to use them. Every single one won't get touched every day. 2 of them will, and it will be my Happy Planner Classic and my Daily Planner. Those 2 will be my main ones. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing and was a nice little summary at the end for you. It does look like a huge stack, but once it's distributed, my husband will be very happy that there's plans all over the house. Thanks very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this lineup. And if you want to come back and see me set up some of these planners and Frankenplan and all of that stuff, then do hit the subscribe button down below. I'll leave my Instagram handle as well in case you want to go and follow me over there. Thanks very much for joining me. Take care. Bye.